So well, you should get a job here.
No.
So, gearing up, next time we talk, it'll be the day before Thanksgiving. You are coming next Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Does your wife do like prep the whole Wednesday before?
No,
or is she
because
one of those...
we have all kinds of family, so we don't have Thanksgiving at our house every year.
And you probably have the youngest child, so you're like, hey, we got the cute kid. You cook.
Kind of like that. I mean, we're going to go to my dad's, and then we're going to go to Jen's folks, and
Is this Charlie, your dog's first Thanksgiving?
with us, yes.
Yeah, with you.
And his birthday is the 24th of this month.
Oh,
So he'll be a year old.
We'll be singing Happy Birthday to a dog later.
Yeah. Be gentle with him. I posted something on Facebook last week. Name something that you fix even if it's not broken. And I said, be careful. Don't answer that out loud. Charlie's very sensitive.
So let me ask you this. We were talking about insurance wow, go figure we were talking about insurance.
Shocking.
Yes, but we actually got into an involvement with talking about renters insurance and things of such. And it got me to look at my policy and to talk to my wife and to actually talk to my neighbor. We share a home because so there's my property, there's my neighbor's property, and then there's the people who own the home.
Okay.
So the home itself is insured, obviously.
Well,
you would have to.
One would hope.
Yeah,
Don't say you have to.
Okay.
Unless there's a mortgage, you don't have to.
Well, I'm just saying, it would seem incredibly irresponsible on the people's behalf.
Yes.
And I rent from some very responsible people.
Then let's say yes, they have it.
Yes, they have it. Now, that doesn't cover any of my personal property if for some reason there is a fire in my home.
Correct.
What does that cover for me? That's the question. And I think the answer is just absolutely nothing, right?
There you go.
It is. It's
Yeah.
just absolutely nothing.
Yes, there are some policies out there, and it's called a business owner's policy. It's available for if you have a dwelling that you own but do not occupy, you rent to others. It's an income property, so it can be put into what we call a business owner's policy. Some business owners' policies do have the cost associated with moving tenants back in after a loss.
Okay.
But that's not a lot. That's really, again, to help the landlord keep the tenants if the loss puts them out and they're good tenants and he or she wants them back. But other than that, no, there's nothing. There was nothing.
And it looked like to me that it was like a few dollars, like literally like $6 to $12 is like the monthly addition for having renter's insurance added on as... I say bundle. Is bundle the right word for that?
Bundle, package.
Okay.
It's all good marketing.
Ooh, look at my package.
Yes.
But so why you wouldn't add that couple extra dollars? Now, here's the thing that I found out, though. I can't just say, okay, tack it on to the next one, and then I'm covered. They actually want you to give them like 6 months worth of that, let's call it $10. Is that something common for you? Like they don't just want $10, they'll add it on to my policy.
Right.
They want $60.
Because you got to remember that very few companies, they call it packaging and bundling, but very few companies have a combined policy. I only have one in my office that if you have auto and home, it's on one policy. Everybody else, they're separate policies. So you got to look at it as you're getting another policy. And so to get another policy, you have to put an appropriate deposit payment down to get that policy.
Now I understand.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you also inquired about the person who lives next door. So are you curious if you get a policy, if it covers them, or what are your thoughts on that?
I'm thinking that, if it's something inexpensive, of course I'd want to make sure that I say to my neighbor, this is a good deal and you should really take advantage of this.
Yeah, get their own. Yeah.
But I'm more concerned about the fact that we have some like communal areas, like our stairwells.
Sure.
And
Thank goodness you didn't say bathrooms, but yes.
She could smell when I'm in there. It goes right down through the wall, very, very thin walls.
I know, I'm going to take a sip of coffee.
Have you seen that new thing called VI poop? I'll totally get into that later, but you spray it in the toilet and it masks the covers.
Oh, my wife has you beat on that one. She bought an item called Poop-Pourri.
Poop-Pourri.
Yes, and she's been giving that as Christmas gifts for a few years because it's hilarious.
Tell your wife I would like one for Christmas in my stocking.
We'll get you a keg.
You are so messed up. But my question is, does my policy, if for some reason, like I create the fire, I'm just devil's advocate for this conversation.
Sure.
And then it affects her in some way. Can she come after me and say, hey, you live above me and that fire was started by you and you ruined my pantry or, maybe your entire living area?
Really, I don't see many opportunities for another tenant to come after you for your negligence causing a loss. But, it's possible that a landlord or the landlord's insurance company could go, oh.
Yeah, because it's in our lease, no smoking, no fires, no whatever.
It's possible that level of negligence could cause some kind of litigious action that would get what many people call subrogation, so they'd be able to recover the loss. But it's not going to be anything that goes back to the landlord or anybody else. It would only be kind of going back to the insurance company who paid in the first place.
I'm still in my Webster's dictionary here. Litigious. I'm assuming that has to do with litigation.
Litigation.
Wow, you use such big words and smell so nice.
Thank you. I tried. For
like,
you.
Like poopery.
It is poopery.
So
to toilet.
Yeah. Now I see that the VAST signs are going up. People are getting ready. Mm-hmm. So you must have sort of a small influx of getting my rig ready to get out on the snow. And you see people coming in going, all right, how do we add this on for another winter? Or most of your people keep it on there all year long because it's so inexpensive.
Right. A lot of policies, they don't allow you to cancel it out.
Come on and off.
They allow to cancel it out, but they don't reduce the coverage necessarily.
Right.
All the policies are written with what they consider an annual premium basis, so that's it's kind of worth keeping it on, especially if you have a loan for the snowmobile or whatever.
Well, and it probably is good because rather than getting hit with like $100 chunk bill one time
every year,
you pay it off in $10.
Yeah.
So.
But what I will tell you is most commonly people will cancel their snowmobile policies and they'll wait until there's about a foot of snow. And then they start calling. So we haven't received any calls yet. And honestly, I have a snowmobile, and there's no way I would be insuring it yet, unless I'm gonna go play in the mud. But so it's one of those things where the snow will motivate.
The snow will motivate.
Yeah.
And this year we're expecting, I guess, a real humdinger, according to Farmer's Almanac.
Fingers crossed.
Yep, fingers crossed.
And more so than anything, we need it for our tourism too.
Yeah, because last year
whether you hate snow or I hate snow, it really is irrelevant. But our economy requires
it. It absolutely requires it. And last year, if it snowed, Bill Stinger and Ariel Quiros would still be sitting around here chatting with us. So nobody would have known. Money would have been shuffled. I know how to do money laundering. We can talk about that later. Barrett Insurance Agency.
Conversations happening later. That's great.
Off the air is where it all happens.
Oh, yeah.
Check it out on YouTube on Barrett's Insurance Agency. No, not our secret private conversation, just this conversation. And if you have any questions about what you have for insurance, and it doesn't matter if you are a member of Barrett Insurance Agency or not, or what do you call them?
A
members?
client. We call them clients. Yeah.
Clients, okay. A mental patient of Barrett Insurance Agency.
Check up from the neck up.
You can definitely go talk to Mike at any point in time. And the wife, the mother-in-law?
So, yes, my wife, Jennifer, my mother-in-law, Kim. We also have a non-related staff member, Shameful, Anita, who is fantastic. She's been with us for a few months. And all three of them are licensed in Vermont and New Hampshire, plenty of experience, and can help you out just as well, probably, if not a little better. Don't tell them I said that, than me. So.
All right. Phone number and the whole lowdown there. Thanks so much for joining us for Good Policies, Mike Barrett.
All right. 748-5224 online, thebarrettagency.com. Visit us on YouTube, Google+, and Facebook, Barrett Insurance Agency.
Sounds like you've said that a couple times before.
I'm a little prepared.
All right, buddy.
See you later.